Okay, so let us start with the first chapter. Module 1 is Introduction to Data Structures, and the first topic uh, that we will be starting with is definition and the types of data structure. Now, how do we define data structure? See, by now we have understood what is the concept of data types. In programming languages, you people have seen how data types can help us in storing the different data. Now, taking this particular concept further, we have to define a concept of data structure. See, as the name suggests, data structure is can be considered as a way of organizing the data. Now, why do we organize the data? Why do we need to organize the data? Obviously, we need to organize the data because we expect the data to be retrieved in future. So the overall organization of the data is with the intention of a easy retrieval. So if I sum up the things together, this is the definition of data structure. It is a concept of organizing the data in such a way that retrieval of data becomes easy. So it's very obvious, if I keep my data in an organized manner, whenever I want my data to be retrieved, it obviously can be retrieved in a very easy manner. Take a simple example of like searching. If I want to make my searching efficient, as we'll see ahead, we have to keep the data in a sorted order. And that will make the searching of the data or finding a particular element easy. Now let us move on to the next, that is what are the different types of data structure. As I already said, the first thing that you've already seen is the basic data types. And the basic data types nothing but acts as a very basic form of a data structure. They are nothing but called as primitive data structure. So primitive data structure or a fundamental data structure nothing but are the data types provided by the programming languages. Again, they would be different as the programming language changes, but roughly we can have int, float, double, char. So these are the data types, and at that initial level, these data types obviously complete the task of storing the unit data. So if I want to store an integer, let's say I want to store age of a person, I'll be creating an integer variable, and that is sufficient for storing age. That's the reason at that point, it obviously can be considered as a data structure for storing that particular data. But as we move ahead, the amount of data increases, and according to that, the need for storing that data also obviously has to be modified. So as we go ahead, the next type of data we get is linear data structure. As the name suggests, linear, that means it has to be in a single line. So all the elements are stored at the same level. There is no hierarchy between the elements in this particular data structure, and that's the reason it is called as linear. Now, very simple example for linear data structure is an array. Now, if you can see in an array, all the elements are stored at the same level. There is no hierarchy or there is no level difference between the elements. Even stack, which we will study as a one of the chapter, queue, or even linked list. In all these types of data structure, elements are stored in a single level. As I said, there is no hierarchy between them. Now, when we have a hierarchy between the elements, or when the elements are stored with labels, then we come up to the third type of data structure, which is called as non-linear data structure. As the name suggests, here the elements are stored at different levels, or we can say the elements are stored with hierarchy. So I'll be having an element, maybe I'll be having a data structure where maybe one element is at higher level, one element is at the lower level. So they are not linearly placed, and that is what is called as non-linear data structure. The very typical examples are nothing but tree and graph. Okay, again these two are going to be our chapters because they are the very important data structures, and we will be learning them in detail. But currently you should be able to segregate the clear difference between the two. Linear, when it is being stored at the same level. Non-linear, when the elements are stored at different levels. And this is how we can have types of data structures. Fine, so this is about types of data structures, and that's the end of this lecture. In the forthcoming lecture, we would be discussing about the different operations that we can perform on data structure. So for the time being, will conclude with this.